emergency, Deck Romeo 15.
Police emergency. Is he breathing?
Romeo 10, Deck Romeo 10.
I felt like I knew nothing. I wasn't prepared at all on that first day.
Do you have what it takes to become a police officer?
My mouth was dry. It was terrifying.
36 rookies are about to be transformed from ordinary civilians into fully fledged cops.
I have not seen her this happy in a very long time.
They will have to confront the most violent criminals.
Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
To be fair, I'm probably breaking it a little bit.
If I do something wrong, somebody could feasibly die.
The job will impact everyone they care about.
My mum, I don't go into too much detail. I don't want to scare her too much.
She turns up with all her baton and her CS gas and her stab vest. She's not the little girl anymore.
The law is in their hands.
You'll say it. Okay.
Oi! Stop right there!
Whether they're ready or not.
I've been a dance teacher for about the last 7 years.
Well, I wanted to be a mad scientist before I was 8 years old.
I was a phlebotomist. Nobody knows what that job is. It just entails taking blood.
It is a serious business you're entering into. It's not to be undertaken lightly.
Surrey Police have just taken on 36 new recruits. Tyne is one of the few who grew up around here. She lives with her boyfriend Ben and their 2 French bulldogs, Jackpot and Knuckles.
She's a good-looking girl. Maybe she was a little bit crazy to start with. But obviously there was something that kept me going back to her.
If you'd stop resisting me now, I'm going to put the handcuffs on you. Stop resisting. You need to stop resisting. Get down! Get down!
No one expected Tyne to become a police officer, least of all Ben.
When I met Tyne, we was both very much out drinking, partying every weekend.
One last time, if you don't release your arms, I will use force upon you to make you release them.
So resist this.
He used to say to me at first, like, no, I want to take you seriously because you're so short and people think you're a stripper or stuff like that. Am I quite strong?
I reckon.
I don't think he had that high opinion of the police because he used to be like a bit of a boy racer. So he was always getting pulled over.
Police used to stop us like weekly. I never hated them. It was just ridiculous.
I never thought I'd get in. I just thought I'd give it a go. That's why I'm here.
All officers, please repeat after me. I do solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm.
Swearing an oath of allegiance to the Queen marks the moment the rookies officially join the police.
That I will well and truly serve the Queen.
That I will well and truly serve the Queen.
In the office of Constable.
In the office of Constable.
Until recently, almost every police force in Britain had a freeze on recruitment, so competition to get here is fierce.
Would you be scared if I came towards you in the street? Because I don't know.
But you are now effectively uniformed constables. You've taken the oath, you have the powers. I just wish you the very, very best of luck.
Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
Once they've got their warrant cards, the rookies go through more than 2 months of training at headquarters.
Stop right there, so stop right there. I've never been in a fight before, not a fist fight, maybe a verbal fight. That's about it. Stay there, stay away from me.
I'm just a common target to be started on. I got punched in the face, results night of A-levels, and massive chunk taken out my lip. So yeah, haven't had the best luck with things like that.
Come on, shake your dog! Come on! Come on!
The course is hugely demanding, physically and mentally. Tristan is one of 16 experienced police officers looking after the rookies.
When I see the new recruit starting, I've had 1 or 2 that I've looked at and honestly thought, yeah, 4, 5, 6 years' time, I'm going to be calling you Sarge. 7, 8 years' time, I'm going to be calling you boss. No problem with that at all, because I'll still remember when they mucked up on day one, so they'll still owe me. But not everyone will make it out of training school, because that's our first real test of what these people are made of.
Echo Romeo 15.
Police emergency. Is he breathing?
No, he's...
Echo Romeo 10, Lima. Echo Romeo 10.
It's April. The rookies now begin their frontline training. They're being unleashed on the streets of Surrey and have just 10 weeks to prove they've got what it takes to be a police officer.
Get her the fuck away from me, because I will kick her straight in the cunt.
We don't know how they're going to react to anything or anyone until we're out there. These are real-life scenarios that will either make or break you.
Oi! Stop right there, what are you doing?
I'm so scared to go out because I'm worried at the moment. I'm still going to be learning so much. I think it's taking that leap to go out is a massive step.
At Reigate Police Station, 23-year-old Anthony is the first to go out on street patrol. He'll be partnered with fellow rookie Tyne.
He's obviously a big guy, but he does have a really soft side. He thinks he's right about everything. He is like a younger, know-it-all, smart-ass younger brother, yes.
Anthony's 6'3" and weighs in at 17 stone. To get ready for life as a cop out on the street, he's hitting the gym every morning at 4 a.m.
I like looking at something and knowing you can lift it up. I was known as the lump, probably because I'm a big blundering mess, but no particular shape, gets in the way a lot. So, lump, flattering.
So we'll go and see if we can pick up anyone there.
Tristan has dropped Anthony straight in at the deep end. He's being sent on a dawn raid and is expected to take the lead in the arrest of a man accused of a serious sexual assault.
Because it's a sexual offence and it's quite a high sexual offence, it's unlikely we'll be doing the interview. That'll be handed over to the specific team.
Kushti. I'm excited, you know. I wouldn't say nervous. Anxious, apprehensive, I think, is the better word. Let's go get a baddie, eh? Super duper.
I think every probationer gets nervous on their first arrest. They get clammy hands, they get dry mouth, and they have a little bit of a mini competition about it as well. Texts going backwards and forwards, what you got the first one in for.
It was 5 o'clock in the morning. It was all very cloak and dagger. Hush, hush. You stay out here in case he runs out back.
Only a buzzer. Hello, it's the police. Can you let us into the building?
I was quite excited to get in there, get it done. Practiced it for so long, let's do it.
Okay. Do you want to just stand up and find some clothes? The reason I'm here is there's been an allegation made against you. You had unwanted sexual intercourse with a female. And because of that allegation, I am arresting you on suspicion of rape.
I got a bit of buzz. Actually, I've just arrested this guy. It was a good feeling. Bloody good feeling.
The suspect Anthony arrested was later released without charge.
Welcome to the family, mate. That's your first one.
Yeah. How was that?
Happy?
As we walked off, Tristan shook my hand. He said, "Welcome to the team." That was a nice moment, a real nice moment.
No issues?
Felt the heart just go boom at one point.
You had a little bit of shakes? You had a little bit of shakes? Just a little bit? Yeah. Not enough?
In Surrey, the rookies are beginning to go out on the beat with their mentors.
I'll see you in a few days.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
After months of rigorous training, they're swapping the safety of headquarters for the front line of policing.
I caught myself in the reflection of a shop window, and I suddenly clocked that, oh, that's me in a police uniform.
Oh, don't you look nice? I feel less street.
It was terrifying. My mouth was dry. It's a feeling I'll never forget.
former phlebotomist Loz has had to leave her family and friends behind up north to become a police officer.
When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Columbo. I used to watch it every weekend at my nan's house and just think I would absolutely love to be a detective because obviously he always solved the cases.
Loz lives with her boyfriend Steve, but he's often away for many months at a time with his job in the Navy.
I met Steve a couple of years ago. We just kind of hit it off straight away. Steve's really funny. His whole kind of face lights up when he smiles. I have got quite a stupid personality and Steve matches that really well. He's got lots of things that I love about him.
I was thinking tonight we could go out and get some food if you want, because obviously this is going to be my last evening before I drive off, so.
Yeah, this is the first long-distance relationship I've ever had. And, you know, I understand his job and I understand that, you know, he does have to go away a lot. It just makes it really hard. It can get really lonely. He's going again tomorrow. So, you know, gotta get used to it again. Hello. Morning.
Hello.
Morning.
You all right?
First day. Nervous and excited. Good nerves though. It's a kind of different way of training really now because we're out doing it for real and they're not role plays. So yeah, this is the real deal now.
Yeah.
For the next 10 weeks, Loz will be based in Guildford under the supervision of her mentor, Luke.
It's almost like it's their first day at school. Do you need to go to the toilet? Do you? Loz, she was quite timid, and I think she had a lot of self-doubt.
Loz was warned in training that she'll have to be more assertive if she's to make it as an officer.
I just don't think I've ever come across anyone as tall as you.
There is someone in the office, someone in the force that's taller than me.
There is?
Recently just transferred in. Apparently, he's 6'10". So,
Oh, I thought you were 6'11".
No.
6'9"?
I'm 6'9", yeah.
I think I'm scared about my height being an issue because a lot of people tower over me. Some people just look down at me and think, oh, you won't be able to do anything because you're a female and you're 5'2".
Oh, see, I've told everyone you're 6'11". See, I've bigged you up.
Oh, excellent. Thanks very much. Maybe in your eyes I was that big.
I was like, Nanny was nearly 8 foot, I tell you.
All the rookies are getting their first taste of real policing. Tyne kept her plans to join the police a secret.
I didn't tell anyone that I'd applied. I hadn't told my mum or dad or boyfriend. I hadn't told one person that I was going because I thought they'd try and talk me out of it.
Of course I will worry about her. She goes all guns blazing, so to speak, doesn't she? She is very determined, but I think she'll give it a good go.
It's 11 p.m. in Reigate. Tyne's on a late shift with her mentor, Tristan. They'll be stuck together in a patrol car for the next 2.5 months.
This is the main A25, takes us from Surrey into Kent. The old police station here on the right that we worked out for a few years.
Isn't that meant to be haunted?
Yeah, but every old nick's meant to be haunted. That one's meant to have a chap on a white horse on it.
Whilst they're waiting for the first call-out of the shift, they go to check a trucker's lay-by, a spot notorious for late-night lovers. A parked car arouses Tyne's suspicions.
There was a guy reclined back in his seat. I could see his head and his hands, and there was a female next to him in the car.
Have a little chat. Get your torch on so they know you're coming. Hello there.
Hello there. You all right?
Our probationers, they come into the job knowing I'm going to have to deal with death. I'm going to have to deal with people that hate me, rah. They don't always think about the fact that on an evening, sometimes even an afternoon, They're going to have to deal with quite embarrassing situations.
So do you come down here often? Yeah. Sorry, I won't flash up right in your face. Do you live round here? Is that why you use it sometimes down here?
I live in Newport.
Oh, do you? I live in Newport as well. Yeah. I do. Yeah. As long as you're all right, though, yeah? Yeah, they openly admitted they do come up there to chill out. He was relaxing to a certain extent. I don't think she was relaxing, no. See you later. Take care. I think this is probably the closest I've got to seeing someone perform a sexual act on someone else. So, yeah.
I wouldn't always let people know where you're from. So
Okay.
you could go with something like, oh, I was born there, and then they don't know you actually live there.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, they were up here for a little bit of sexy time.
Definitely, because he was laying back when we came up.
Yeah, I think he was getting a little bit of lip service.
Sorry, police, what's the emergency?
In Guildford, Loz has been called to deal with her first emergency.
You have a fight at the hostel, okay.
Yeah,
How many people are involved?
Two people involved, 2 residents.
In my mind, I was just thinking, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. It was fear, it was anxiety, it was everything kind of boiled into one.
Go next door just to speak to him.
Can I fuck off?
We need to just have a chat
My
with you.
missus is out fucking side.
Right, let's have a little chat with you in here first, see what's going on.
My missus is outside. Do not stop. Go back.
Okay, go back to
I
him.
love the... My girlfriend's outside.
Loz has to prove to Luke that she can control the situation and get to the bottom of what happened.
All of a sudden, he pushes me, punches me in the face, my tooth comes out.
Are you hurt anywhere else? Do you need an ambulance?
Look at this.
How was that?
He was like pulling me.
Let's have a look at your teeth. And he's knocked your tooth out?
Yeah, look.
I might just go and relay this to Luke then. He's knocked his tooth out and everything.
Right, okay, so what we're going to do, you're going to arrest him on suspicion
of assault, yeah.
ABH, because you've received...
Just 5 hours into her very first shift, Loz will need to use her new powers of arrest.
Okay, just listen to what I'm about to tell you. I'm arresting you on suspicion of ABH, okay?
But the pressure to get the caution right causes a nervous reaction Loz can't control.
Excuse me, sorry. For some reason, when I get nervous, which is a new thing for me, I sneeze. I'm arresting you on suspicion of ABH. Oh, excuse me. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. And it's embarrassing. You know, nobody wants to sneeze in the middle of an arrest.
Stop fucking touching me. Ow. See you fucking later.
Yeah, see you later. Bye.
Excuse me. I can't believe I sneezed in between that arrest.
With her first arrest complete, the suspect is taken into custody.
Why the fuck won't you let me have a fag?
Because it's a non-smoking facility.
I meant outside. So you're saying no, but then why won't you let me have a fag outside?
Once you're under arrest, you cannot smoke.
So why the fuck won't you let me have a fag outside?
Because you're under arrest.
Oh, you my mum? Are you my dad? Shall I ring my mum? Sorry. See that?
There you go.
Oh, get the fuck off me!
It was pretty intense because he was really agitated. My first arrest on day one, which is great, because I didn't think that was going to happen.
The suspect pled guilty to criminal damage. At just 19 years old, Angus is one of the youngest recruits Surrey has ever taken on.
I was a lifeguard, so I do that over the summer and usually find a winter job in a call centre for clerks, like the shoes. I'm really looking forward to driving a car, driving it fast, getting there quick. The adrenaline rush, really am. That's the main thing that I've been looking forward to.
Angus grew up in rural Somerset and until signing up had only ever lived with his parents.
That was cute. I like that one.
Yeah, that is cute. He got into a few scrapes. Certainly at primary school, he got into a few scrapes. He's not squeaky clean, but I think that's a good thing. It shows that he's got character and he's gutsy.
What did his teacher tell us? Out of all the people in her class, he was the most likely to get in trouble with the police.
Ironically.
which is
very ironic.
Ironic,
yeah.
Really.
I'd like his ex-head to be listening to this now.
For his first shift, Angus will be on patrol with fellow rookie Andy and their mentor, Nige.
What you've got to be careful of is don't put things on bonnets or roofs, because otherwise you might leave it there.
When they first come to us, as far as I'm concerned, they are members of the public wearing a uniform. And I've got to turn them from members of the public into police officers.
And they always have it done up. It looks smarter that way.
How do you go about the radio?
There should be a little hole in your vest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good looking that out.
You've got to take it off and start again, I think. There's just a lot of clothes. There's so many layers that you could be wearing, and so many extra things that you've got to bring, as well as you've got to try to remember to charge a lot of things. You've got to try and remember to charge your radio overnight.
It's Friday night, and teenage recruit Angus has been sent to maintain law and order in the city centre.
Just be mindful, make sure you can all see each other, all right? It's important, because people are coming round your back. If you stand by the wall, they've got to walk past, they've got to walk in front of you.
It's first night doing it. It's quite daunting in the sense of that probably 90% of the people that deal with tonight are probably going to be either my age or over. So, yeah, I can imagine there's probably going to be a lot of belittling trying to go on.
He has obviously left home for the first time. And that, I think, is a big thing for him, to have actually left home at the age of 19.
Excuse me, buddy. Can't drink open alcohol, I'm afraid. Gonna have to take it off you. Cheers, mate.
To start a job, a full-time job, having not even used a washing machine before.
James is my brother, aren't you, James?
No.
Acknowledge?
No.
James says yes.
No.
He secretly says yes.
All right, I think that's enough.
Or done anything other than make an omelette or a microwavable jacket potato. So that, for me, is a massive achievement for him, and that's what I'm really proud of him, actually.
Hello.
It's my birthday. Can we get a selfie?
With who?
With all of you. Can we? It's
Really?
my birthday.
Hang
it's
on.
my birthday.
He's the pretty
around.
one.
I'm a bit too
Yeah,
old.
do you know what the pretty one in it?
He's good looking.
Age is just a number.
Come on,
How
then,
old do you think he is?
For the first couple of weeks, I sort of not take the lead, I sort of introduce them in a manner or in a way that they're not frightened, because what you don't want to end up doing is frightening a probationer on their first day.
Nige! Come on, Nige, just room in the middle.
The important thing is introduce them slowly, because what you don't want to end up doing is spoiling it, and you can spoil officers if you're not careful.
Pose like this. Beautiful.
Wait. Oh! Oh, jackpot.
Before every shift, Tyne drops her French bulldogs, Jackpot and Knuckles, round at her mum's house.
I must be so inflexible now.
Less than a year ago, Tyne was working as a dance teacher before she embarked on her dramatic career change.
I love the people that I work with dancing, but my heart just wasn't in it anymore, and it's a job you need to be fully in to get good results. So I thought police officer sounded like a wicked job.
Another motivation for Tyne joining the police was her younger sister, Willow.
Tiny, you in the front room?
Yeah, do you want me to come in?
Yeah, please. Can you lift that silver pan out, please? Yeah.
Willow has a rare degenerative disease, which is causing her to lose mobility.
It has been hard for her because she can't work or can't drive. I think now that someone so close to me is affected by a disability, I do see how much it impacts on their life. Seeing my sister, she can't work, I thought I should be somewhere that I really want to be, otherwise it's just a waste, isn't it?
Right, flip.
Oh no, Willow, your bacon empire's falling apart.
Since she made the move to be a police officer, I have noticed a change in her. She's stronger, she's braver. I have not seen her this happy in a very long time, and that makes me happy.
Not just
That's
one.
just using up extra energy. I don't need to do that. I can do that in one step.
That's not a waltz, though.
1, 2, 3. I'd have to go 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2.
You nearly got it. Look.
No, I don't.
What dance is this?
I don't know, but your partner is huge. How big's your partner?
It's 10 p.m. on Friday night. In Reigate, Tyne and Tristan are on a late shift. In just a few short weeks, the rookies will have to go it alone. But Tyne is yet to take the lead on a single serious incident.
The car drives away and you to walk away from the car and place a little bag in a man bag.
Got a lot of
See
man
roughly
bags.
7 males and all the cars.
With reports coming in of a gang selling drugs, there's finally a chance for Tyne to prove herself to Tristan by catching a dealer in the act.
What are we bearing in mind going into a situation like this?
So in terms of risks, is that what you're thinking
It's everything.
about?
What are we going to? What are we going to do?
They're saying about having small parcels that have been put into man bags. So anyone around that area is fair game for a stop search.
They're fair game to be stopped and spoken to.
Yeah. Oh, look at that horse. Is that a horse?
Oh, Christ, it is. Yankee Echo Sierra 69. We're not going to be able to go to Sefton Road. We have a horse on the road. We're going to deal with him first. Hello, you. That way. Echo Sierra 69, that's received. We are just playing shepherds at the moment, if that's the right word for a horse.
What do you want me to do? Walk in the road?
You want to make a little triangle so it knows not to go my way or your way.
Okay.
No. Or do that.
I'm a bit scared of horses because they're so big. Oh, shit. It's just not something you come across every day, is it? I don't live out in the country or anything like that, so I don't really have any interaction with horses. Hello? Tristan, what do I do?
Just don't freak out. Tyne strikes me as someone that's very nervous,
I think if I stroke it, it will be nice.
but nervous in a good way. She's nervous about the job, but there's that excitement of having the uniform, having all the powers, and I'm looking forward to helping her just kind of hone that skill that she's got, and yeah, to make her a very good officer. Is it one of yours?
My horse cost someone to rip that off his head.
What's it doing out here?
He's usually tethered up there, man.
Tethered up where?
The horse has escaped from a nearby traveller site.
So whereabouts are you guys then?
Me, I'm living down there in the caravan.
You're down in the caravan?
Yeah.
Cracking. Right, he's going to be tethered up for the rest of the night, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Right, we'll leave you be.
Tell you where you can tethered if you want.
Cool, no, that's fine. Cheers.
Whilst Tyne was corralling the horse, other officers arrested the drug dealer. So she's missed her chance to show Tristan what she's made of.
Echo Romeo 15.
Emergency. Is he breathing?
No, he's...
Yeah, Echo Romeo 10 Lima, Echo Romeo 10.
In possession of a knife or blade shot.
During the 10 weeks spent on the beat with their mentors, the rookies have to attend hundreds of call-outs and emergencies.
Sorry, please, what's your emergency?
But sometimes, an everyday incident can have life-changing consequences.
First job is domestic in Red Hill. Informant wants their son to leave, son won't leave.
Echo 069 and I'll let you
See the log. Son's outside the house. Son's got a key for the house.
Okay. So what are you thinking?
Let's be fucking careful. We don't know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
It's difficult when you just start to know that 99% of the times you're going to go in and things are going to get better when you walk away from that situation. Sometimes it won't be. We arrived at scene to find this chap was shouting abuse at a family in a house. As we've coaxed him out of that front garden and explained that he needs to come with us, he did put up a bit of resistance to that.
You all right?
As I've got one handcuff on, he's tried to pull away. And as he's pulled away, he's pulled Anthony to the floor. Anthony's fallen onto this female officer, and unfortunately, in that melee, female officer's leg was broken. Has it popped?
Yep. My shoulder's popped and all, mate.
Tash, you all right?
No, I think I broke my leg.
Fuck. Can you deal with her?
I remember Tash relaying what was hurting and where, and then Tristan calling it through the radio.
I've got a leg injury. I need an ambulance to hurry up, please. Calling something out.
Don't move. Tash, do not move.
Don't roll over, don't roll, don't roll.
Don't move her leg.
I think when I saw Tash, when she was on the floor, she said, I've broken my leg. My mind was blown at that point, I couldn't do anything.
Right, let's get him up, let's get him moved to the van, let's get him out of here and we can sort that out. Keep swearing, you're going to get nicked for public order. Right, you hold that, you stay with him, watch him, I'll check Tash is all right.
Okay. Got the detained person in the van for custody. When other people were calling up, you could hear her in the background.
What's the level of injury, please?
6069 officers complaining of a double pop feeling and swelling to his left shin.
And all I could hear was her screaming on the radio. Can't help but think, you know, I've done that.
Back at Reigate Police Station, Anthony's day is going from bad to worse. He's just found out the serious injuries he caused to his senior colleague may threaten her career.
How are you feeling about it all?
But I just feel awful. It's, I said to you before, you know, it's 3 breaks and dislocated ankles, big thing. That's, yeah, I don't know.
You shouldn't have any guilt or feel any blame for what happened. I understand, it's happened to me before, that you're going to feel that numbness and feeling really bad about it, but please don't. It's just really bad luck. Really bad. Yeah? Okay, right, let's go have a drink. Let's go have a brew.
But the rookies will have to face even tougher personal challenges if they're going to make it as a police officer.
NP Deck Romeo 15.
Police emergency. Is he breathing? No, he's...
There is no manual to this job.
Sorry, please, what's your emergency?
It's important that they are themselves. Confident, caring, ruthless in some respects, because unfortunately sometimes you are going to take somebody's liberty away.
Thank you.
The rookies are midway through their frontline training and are about to be sent out on some of the toughest jobs yet. It's 6 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. In Guildford, Loz has been teamed up with Patrol Officer Phil in a fast response car. They're waiting for their first call of the day.
Are you quite good at telling if people are lying?
I'd like to hope I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that help when you go out on dates?
Doesn't help when you go out on dates. If nothing else, doing this job makes going out on dates worse, because you're looking for things that you probably shouldn't be looking for.
Loz will be the first on scene when a call does come in.
So could we get over to Farnborough, please? Grade 1 coming in West Street. Victor Tango. Yeah, so it's a female that was shouting lots of racist abuse. She is described as IC1 female, long dark hair, blue hoodie.
Yankee Whiskey Sierra 62.
Every rookie has to know the law well enough so they can apply it under pressure.
So what are you considering?
Obviously, if she's... I don't know.
What offences are you looking at?
Well, she's shouting racist abuse, obviously.
So we're looking at public order offences?
Yeah. Racially aggravated public order. Yeah.
It's quite a jump from being in training school to out on the streets. And it is a bit like, have I chosen the right job? Why couldn't have I done something maybe a little bit easier than this?
But there's one part of the job every rookie struggles with. Across Surrey, the police deal with around 1,700 sudden deaths each year. This afternoon, such a call has just come in. Tristan's decided Tyne and Anthony are ready to face the challenge.
110, no response, just to make you aware we've got a sudden death, so unexpected hanging. Yankee to Echo Sierra 69.
Echo Sierra 69 receiving, go ahead.
He's come in as a 2, we've been advised that he's already been dead. Ambulance are already on scene, they've been there for an hour.
So we've been asked to go to an address where someone has been found having hung themselves. They have been cut down from where they were. Ambulance or paramedics have tried to work on them, but with no response, so they've been confirmed as deceased.
It's a really strange feeling knowing that you're going to somebody's house and they're going to be dead. I mean, it's such a weird thing. It's not even real.
Let's go through what's going to happen. Let's take something each. So, Anthony, we get there and we
engage with the ambulance on scene, see what they've done already, see what they know.
Okay, hold that thought. Time.
So we're going to need to identify exactly where he was found, so we know to secure that area so nothing is tampered with, just in case there was any foul play of any sort.
Potentially, from how the iCAD reads, this is a really sad story of someone that's taken their own life. And the person that's going to be there is going to be absolutely distraught.
I was quite worried about going to that job because I had somebody in my family who hung themselves after a battle with mental health issues for a lot of their life. I think when you've been through something like that, I think a lot of memories come flooding back, and they do. I think I was more worried about how I would react and whether I'd hold it together.
We ourselves are always testing them, and these guys are fresh out the packet, and we're going to have to expose them to some pretty nasty stuff. It's the fact that while everyone else seems to walk away from death and doesn't really want to get involved, we're going to have to walk towards it.
In Farnham, Loz and Phil have found the woman suspected of shouting racist abuse.
Boom, boom, have it! Boom, boom, England, England, England!
Can you just stop shouting, please?
I would like a Rizzler, please.
The necessity for this arrest.
My daughter's with a black Jamaican and they're calling me racist.
Right. The necessity for this arrest is for a prompt and effective investigation by means of a tape-recorded interview at the police station.
Loz is expected to take charge of the situation and make the arrest.
To fucking knock you straight out.
Right, okay.
I'll knock you straight out, you pig. Go on then, you dirty pig, yeah? Looking at me with your eyes, I'll knock you straight out.
Okay.
You want to get her the fuck away from me, because I will kick her straight in the cunt. Right, you dirty pig.
From a really young age, my family just instilled in us about, respecting the police, and I kind of treat them like as a bit of a celebrity. I'd be like, oh my gosh, there's a police officer. I always kind of presumed that that's how people thought like me, but people don't. A lot of people don't like the police.
Do you know who I am?
No, you haven't told us.
Do you know who I am?
No, you haven't told
a
us.
Freemason, yeah? You're getting fucked, you stupid little cunt.
Okay.
Language.
Okay, right, listen to what I'm going to say, right? I'm further arresting you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act, okay? Okay, because of what I've just heard right now and what you're saying to me, okay? You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Right, mind your language. Pop yourself in the van, watch your head as you get in.
I really don't know why people take a dislike to me when I'm out on the streets.
don't know. I really don't know. On the times where I have a hard shift or it's been quite stressful, a lot going on, those are the days that I kind of find the hardest, just to come home to an empty house.
Loz's partner Steve is still on a posting with the Royal Navy.
Because he works away and it can be quite lonely sometimes, especially after you've done a hard shift. You just miss someone and you just kind of want that person there when you finish work. It is tough, but we're trying to make the best of it.
Tyne and Anthony are having their most traumatic day yet. They've just left the scene of a suspected suicide and are struggling to control their emotions.
So we were at the house for quite a long time today. Mentally, it's a really hard thing to deal with. And there was a lot of family members. You're watching them probably at the worst moment they've ever had in their life so far. So yeah, I was really upset afterwards, yeah. And literally, as soon as I walked past that hedge and got out of sight of the house, I was crying. I felt like such an idiot, but I didn't actually have any tears in front of them. And I guess you sort of feel quite helpless. You feel like you're not doing any good in helping them because nothing you can do is going to bring that person back. But I guess if you just do everything you can so you can leave and think, oh, I gave them the best service I could possibly give them.
Good work there. Really good work considering what we've just had to do. The stupidest question of the day, but where are we all at? How are we all feeling?
I feel all right.
I will say it now, I'll say it at the end of shift and I'll say it tomorrow. If at any point you feel like you need to speak to anyone about anything, do. Do not possible shit up. If you need to talk or you want to talk, bloody do it.
The woman Loz arrested later admitted racially aggravated disorder.
Okay.
A new batch of rookie cops have hit the streets of Surrey. They've only a few weeks left to prove they're capable of going it alone as police officers. And the nerves are starting to show.
Fear is a very natural thing, that whilst you might get used to being scared, you can't forget the fact that there's a reason you're scared. It only takes a lapse of judgment and something can go seriously wrong.
I didn't think I was an anxious person, but I think I have been experiencing some anxiety over the past few weeks, trying to get to sleep and just thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be doing this on my own.
We should have all waved. Oh, I completely didn't. I thought I was going to look at
Do you know about those things? Do you know what we wave to?
No.
So, other police cars, yellow cars, BMWs.
Wave to any BMW?
Yeah. Do you not know that?
No. You're joking. You're lying. You're so lying from behind that.
Claudia is being trained with fellow rookie Claire by Surrey's youngest mentor, Tom, who's only been a police officer for just over 3 years. It's shortly after 11 a.m. in Staines. A call has just come in to attend the scene of a burglary. The rookies are eager to impress.
Oh, burglary in West Molesey.
Do you want it?
Yeah, let's do it.
What are the big things you have with a burglary?
Any witnesses? Fingerprints.
Okay.
My tutor, Tom's a great guy. He's only been in the service sort of 3 and a bit years himself. I think he was really sort of on our wavelength, similar in age, so we could sort of relax around him when we're not sort of on a job.
My first couple of weeks with the probationers, I expect to take the lead. You know, unless somebody's really keen, I'll kind of be first in the door.
What is out of place and what's normal?
This is how it was when I came back here.
Right, fine.
Upstairs in my bedroom, the children's windows have been opened.
Okay.
The back door's been... felt like they're trying to do the window.
Do you know if anything's been taken? So you had no cash lying around, anything valuable at all?
No.
Okay. Any electricals?
No, that's what I don't understand. It's all here.
Okay. Fine.
Should we start from the back?
Yeah, we'll go and have a look outside, shall we?
So we've obviously got some footprints coming through the house there. It hasn't been wet this morning, has it?
No.
Claudia has amazing observational skills. When she was 3 and we drove into the car park, I said, oh look, there's Jill's car. She said, no mummy, that's not Jill's car because Jill's car has silver handles and that's got black handles. And that had been no conversation about that whatsoever beforehand, but she observes things that nobody else in the whole world would look at except for Claudia. And she does it now to this day.
So let's go have another look at that fence, see if there's any marks on that fence. Because they must have come out this way.
I'd love to be a detective. That's sort of the aim of my career, is to go into that, and I find myself in a day-to-day life, I'm pretty nosy. So if I can find out information by myself, then yes, that's sort of the role I'm kind of wanting to fall into.
We very rarely are able to catch people and deal with people doing it at a time. Yeah. So I have to kind of say, I'm very sorry that it's happened and we'll do everything we can.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
See ya.
Cheers.
The time is fast approaching when the rookies will be on their own without the safety net of their mentors. So they're now being pushed to take the lead in increasingly dangerous situations. In Farnham, 23-year-old Ryan gave up a career in computer programming to become a police officer. Today, he'll be going out on his first drugs raid.
I am a bit of a geek, yeah. I've always been a bit of a geek. I think I'm a bit less awkward than I was a couple of years back, but I'm still, yeah, very much a geeky person, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. That is who I am.
Ryan has taken a significant pay cut to start his new career.
When he first talked about being a police officer, I really didn't want him to do it, and I really did kind of try and talk him out of it, to be honest. I would definitely have preferred Ryan to stay in a nice, safe desk job and just be nice and safe and warm and have no problems.
I call us puppies because we're little probationers and we sort of wander around with our tutors on leads. So yeah, I do feel a little bit like a dog that's been let out of the kennels and is currently out on the lead.
The drugs raid is the climax to a surveillance operation that has been ongoing for weeks. During their training, the rookies are expected to deal with everything from traffic stops to violent attacks. Looking out for Ryan is his mentor, Steve.
I don't know if I'm nervous for them. I think it'll be good for them. Everyone knows. I think it'll be really good. I think they're either really going to like it or they're really going to hate it. It's absolutely a completely new experience for them. I'm expecting perhaps they're going to fumble out the van, they're going to trip, there's going to be all those little anecdotes that could happen, but I'm hoping it will go according to our plan.
The raid is led by Surrey's area policing team.
Just know you've got everything secure in your pockets, yeah, so you've got your jacket zipped up, just really start running around and then we just take people and start rolling around with the loose things, all right?
There is a definite link between software development and policing. They're both creating solutions for problems. But people are a lot more unpredictable than how computers act, because computers generally won't turn around and try and attack you or kill you.
Go, go, go! Is everyone secure because the back's not covered now? Yep. Okay. Ryan, Georgie?
Yeah.
Myself and my parents just sort of went, well, they're going to IT, won't they? And I did, and it probably wasn't the right thing for me. I already, in the last sort of 7 weeks I've been here, feel a lot more at home and like I'm doing what I should be doing. And I like the fact that it's a job where everything you do is for somebody else. It's not to try and make the chief constable his bonus at the end of the month. It's not to make, you know, your boss his bonus at the end of the month. It's not to make your bonus at the end of the month. I don't think we even get bonuses. It's to do with helping people and going out and protecting people who can't protect themselves.
When you are searching, just be mindful. Start at the top. And then work your way down, because if you're like into a cupboard, for example, and you dislodge something, you don't see it drop down, then when you come and systematically start searching down, you'll then find it at the bottom.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Whereas if you search at the bottom and then work your way up and then dislodge something, don't see it drop, you're not even aware it's on the floor.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Cool.
Yeah?
Yep.
I think the glamour of it definitely attracted him. We were always watching programmes on TV, like police interceptors, and to be honest with you, even as a kid, we were always watching things like Starsky and Hutch, and they're always police things, weren't they? They're always to do with the goodies against the baddies, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
I think the glamour definitely attracts him, don't you?
We found these, which are little amounts of water with, well, they're wrapped in like plastic carrier bag, plastic shopping carrier bag, but it is sort of like a maybe sort of slightly like rocky substance. So it's probably something like sort of.
One person was arrested on suspicion of possession with intent to supply Class A drugs. The police are continuing with their investigations.
Appreciate that. Thanks for your help, mate.
Cool. Thank you.
In Guildford, Nige, one of the most experienced mentors on the force, is looking after one of its youngest recruits, Angus, who's been paired up with fellow rookie Andy.
They've only got 10 weeks to find out what I know. I don't want them to be photocopies of me, I want them to be themselves. The important thing is, you're wearing this uniform, some of them for the next 30 years. You can't put the uniform on and be a super cop, you've got to just be yourself. And that's all I want for my tutees, is them to be themselves.
Today, they're hunting for a man with a history of violence following allegations of an assault. Nige wants his youngest rookie to take the lead.
What do we know about him?
He is just a not very nice man.
Yeah. Look at his warnings. What have we got?
He's violent, he's bitten, cussed his staff, and
Yep.
threatened to kill the staff.
Yeah. Somebody like him, you've got to act quickly with them.
Yeah.
You've got to close them down, because he'll be looking at routes out, or routes, he'll be looking at you thinking, what part of your body I can hit first.
Nearly 100 kilograms, so he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. So just confirm you've checked the vehicle over nicely?
Yes, yes.
Seatbelts on.
He's so young, you know. I mean, when we first started the application process, he was only 18. He was literally minimum age. So I thought, nah, he's never going to get in. So I just sort of thought, oh, yeah, it's a really good idea. You know, I sort of went along with it. And then he'd come and say, Mum, I got through that bit.
I don't want the police to change me as a person in the sense of I might become desensitised to certain things. And I don't really want that to happen. I want to still have the emotions of a normal person that has just not been involved with those situations before.
I want him to be well-balanced, have a well-balanced view of society, you know, rather than a warped view of everybody being a potential criminal, you know. So that's what we're a little bit concerned about, because as he is, he's lovely.
The suspect is known to have a connection to this address. The rookies are expected to apprehend him.
It's got one male, 2 dogs.
Do you want to go and approach and say hello?
Yeah? We're just saying who we're looking for.
Yeah, all right.
Hello, you all right? My name's Peter Taylor from Guildford Police Station. I was just wondering whether you've had any information or whether you'd heard, whether you know where somebody called Alan Khan is?
Do we believe he's in there?
I wouldn't think he's in there. No.
So we haven't. So if we don't believe he's in there, have we got any power of entry? No. No, not at all. Don't step above your powers. Right.
Although the suspect was nowhere to be found, It won't be long before Angus will have to confront him.
I'm getting annoyed with all the questions. The last person I hit him 3 times. They had broken nose, teeth out and a broken jaw.
In Somerset, teenage rookie Angus has dashed home before his next shift for some precious time with his family.
That's my T-shirt when I left school, like 3 years ago, where everybody signs it. Good life at school. I like school. It's a lot of growing up quickly, which I'm still very hit and miss as to whether it's something like whether I'm ready for just to be a proper adult. I was the cutest child.
You were. Look. No, look. You used to have bath in the sink. That was so easy, just pop you in the sink and with your bath in the sink. I think it's a huge step for him, actually. For him to sort of move away and do a real man's job is actually really, really difficult at the age of 19. Yeah, but, you know, a really good, proper day's work, 40-hour a week, and then have to do your own laundry and your shopping and your washing and everything else. It was a really big thing for him to take on.
Thanks.
You're laughing.
A little hop you did there.
Yeah. It's like, you know, just make sure everything's all in order. Stand by.
It's early evening in Guildford. Angus and Andy are back on another shift when a new job comes in.
If I said to them they're my friends, then that's wrong. I am a tutor. I may have to let them go. And saying goodbye to somebody you've made your friend isn't good because they feel let down.
They've arrived at the home of a man who's alleged to have broken an order restraining him from visiting a day centre.
Do you want to have a look?
Nige wants Angus to make the arrest.
We never press the number we want, all right?
Just doing it 15.
Yeah, just less 15.
Don't turn your back on the door.
Hello, it's the police. Could you just open the door?
They've got to perform at all levels. It's quite important they do so. They've got to hit a lot of tick boxes to become an independent police officer. And unfortunately, if they're not up to the mark, I won't sign them off.
Although the man is suspected of harassing someone at the day centre, he is also considered a vulnerable person.
My name's Angus. Do you mind if we just come in for a minute? Yeah? You are under arrest on suspicion of the breach of the restraining order. Yeah, OK, so you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something to later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
I haven't actually been there.
Yeah.
Do you want to pop over here? And then my colleague will search you.
I don't understand what I've done.
I don't know.
Right, I'm happy that you don't have anything on you. So what we are going to do now is we're just going to take you into the police van, OK?
He was extremely frail and I had to arrest him. And when you think about what you're doing when you're arresting somebody, you're putting them in a cell. It's not comfy, it's not a nice place to be in. And when you're putting somebody like that into a police cell, you kind of question, is this really the best route that I should be taking for somebody who's in this condition?
Don't worry, you're all right there. I know.
I need to get inside their heads and find out what they're thinking, because I don't want to leave them after 10 weeks thinking, Nige, I haven't processed that. I'm very honest with them, I'm very open with them, and that's important. And I expect them, or they don't have to be, but I want them to be honest with me. If they've got issues, tell me, and we can share those issues amongst ourselves.
You appeared a bit drained when we came back. Is that correct?
That's when the adrenaline wears off.
Yeah.
And that's when it hits you, and that's when I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was proper struggling to just, like, put his shoes on.
Yeah.
Which makes you feel a bit shit, so... Yeah, that's when I was just thinking, like, feel bad for it, really. It did make me wonder about the job and whether I wanted to be doing it, to be honest. I don't know whether I want to change myself in a person to be able to deal with it, because I don't think I'm comfortable with doing that. So I think that made me just sit back and think whether it's something that I actually want to carry on doing.
The suspect pled guilty to breaching his restraining order and was fined by a local magistrate. It's just after 7 p.m. on a Saturday evening in Surrey. While Ryan is heading to Camberley Town Centre with his mentor Steve, Claudia has the night off. But before she goes out, she has a little surprise for her childhood friends.
Oh!
Got it scary?
Oh, yeah.
Do I?
Looking good.
Would you be scared if I came towards you and saw it? Because I don't know.
No.
That's what I think. I still look like a Toys R Us. Like, this is my first outfit.
You'll grow into it, so your first school uniform.
I would show you my asp, but I'd...
Asp?
Feel that? It's literally like that will break you in half.
Bum looks good, Claude.
Does it?
That's something.
That's always a bonus. I've never been in a situation where so many men have been coming up to me and complimenting me. Honestly, I should wear my uniform out on a normal night out. I don't understand it, to be honest. So yeah, it's a bit awkward, and I kind of just brush it off or don't answer because I don't really know how to take it.
The first time you put your uniform on, there is a sense of pride. When I walked down one of the streets in Woking, and I caught myself in the reflection of a shop window, and I suddenly clocked that, oh, that's me in a police uniform. I suddenly realised I looked like a police officer walking around the town centre, like I've seen hundreds and hundreds of times when I've been out in town centres that I've seen walking past me. I'm now in that position.
From a very early age, Ryan's sense of right and wrong was amazing. When they had their biscuit, they had to sit down and finish it. They weren't allowed to move away from the table until they finished their biscuit. And of course, all the others would eat it down really quickly and they'd have it in their mouths while running around. And he would always be the last one there because he knew that he wasn't allowed to move until he finished his biscuit.
Dennis, have you just gone for a wee outside the place here? Are you going to be letting
I've
back in again?
urinated outside this.
Okay. See you later, mate.
What's going on?
So we stood up on the corner of the venue there when...
Short version, mate. Short version, yeah.
Basically, it looks like he's urinating against the wall. We didn't see it. Got his details, PNC'd him. He's not known to us at all. So, yeah, went from there.
OK, with his details, what ID did you check? Did you check any ID?
I didn't check any ID on him, no.
So he's giving you a name, and you're just presuming that's him?
But I was happy with the way that he gave the details, because I asked the spelling of the surname. It sounds quite an interesting...
I could give you the details of my best mate. I could tell you his date of birth, where he was born, where he lives, his full name.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I should check the ID, yeah.
OK. So what are you going to do then? Are you just going to walk away and leave him, or...?
You go back over again and get his ID, but...
OK.
Yeah. All right, I'll go get his ID.
Another of the rookies, Loz, has also had some tricky moments to deal with during training.
I find that rookies tend to struggle with the confidence element. A lot of time, they don't believe in themselves. My initial thoughts on Loz were she was quite timid.
A lot of people, when they see me, they think I don't look like a police officer. And there was one time when I walked into a pub and they shouted, "Stripper, stripper." And it does really annoy me because other people probably don't get that.
Sorry, police, what's the emergency?
Hi there. We got one guy just in the shop. He's got beer in his hand and he's trying to hit everyone. He's threatening everyone here.
Right, okay, stay on the phone.
Can we have police, please?
Right, the police are going to be
Please.
coming. You need to tell me
Please.
what's happening.
It's just after 7 p.m. in Guildford. Loz has just received a 999 call about a violent situation.
Basically, drunk bloke in a shop in Binscombe smashing up the place.
Move.
This is exactly the type of incident Loz will need to prove she can handle if she's to progress.
Oh, we're here.
One of the shop staff has been trying to keep hold of the suspect for 10 minutes.
Stay there.
All right.
I never got out of prison today.
Stay still.
Yeah, all right, love.
We'll stay there then.
All right, love.
I like the fact that Loz was in front of me. I couldn't even catch her up. She was eager to get into the shop.
Arresting you on suspicion of criminal damage. Okay, stay still. You do not have
I like the fact she used her initiative. She went straight to the suspect, handcuffed him without any hesitation.
Get him away before I kick the fuck out. Get him
No, don't be making any threats, okay? What a vile person.
During the confrontation, the suspect damaged one of the shop staff's cars.
He's also criminal damage to this car.
Right, okay then.
Bollocks, criminal damage.
And
Yeah, so if you want to...
arrest him first, a special criminal.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm
what you're doing, do you, love?
Yeah, I do. Okay? Yeah, I'm further arresting you for criminal damage, okay? You do not have to say anything, but may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which will later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, okay?
When someone is being intimidating like that, especially when you're young in service, to say to someone you don't know what you're doing when they're only very fresh out of training school is something that can knock someone back. She didn't seem to bat an eyelid, she wasn't flustered, and she even answered him back, which I thought was great, saying, I do know what I'm doing, and that seemed to shut him up.
Just bear this in mind, everything that you're saying, you're under caution right now, okay? So I will be recording everything you're saying, okay?
I can be tough, but at the end of the day, I'm still human and I still have feelings, and I probably would say some days I'm softer than others. You know, it depends.
In court, the man pled guilty to 3 offences and was sentenced to 14 weeks in prison.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
Yes, I know, but then you're off work for ages and don't get paid. I like the way you dealt with that, as I said, you know, you were at the forefront, you getting there first.
Those handcuffs were on, I was having a cup of tea when you walked in.
Right, OK. Oh, I was giving you a compliment and then you just blow it by arrogance. Fine, sorry, fine. No, Soji, no.
In rural Surrey, rookies Angus and Andy are on patrol. They now have just a few weeks remaining with their mentors before they'll be left to police on their own.
What a beautiful day.
It's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you.
It's such a perfect day.
You just keep me hanging on. It's where you two just know songs that I've never heard before.
You've never heard that song? No.
It's just a
Come on.
perfect day.
Perfect day?
No.
It's a brilliant song. Oh, do you know, when you were singing that, I was thinking that. Yeah.
It's almost 9 a.m. in Staines, and rookies Claudia and Claire, along with their mentor Tom, are about to be briefed on a violent situation unfolding at a traveller site.
Morning, folks. My name's TDI Gary Patterson, and this is DS Claire Nettleton. We're dealing with the Operation Keaton, which is the traveller feud that occurred on Tuesday.
You do hear some horrible things on the news and the situations they get into.
We'll always worry about her, however long she's in the police force. I think we'll always worry about it.
All I would say is, if I do get the taser up, just don't walk in front of it. Okay. And if you do go to arrest him and he has been tasered for whatever reason, don't let the wires touch you and don't put your hands in between the 2 barbs because you'll be part of the taser.
I think we have tried to bring up the girls in a nice environment, and I think we've been very, very fortunate with where we live and the areas in which we live and where they've been to school. They've also been quite closeted or isolated.
I've had no experience of violence before joining the police whatsoever. I think if anyone was to sort of throw a punch at me, they'd probably knock me over and give me a bruise.
With armed officers already on site, the suspect has offered to come quietly, but it's now down to Claudia and Claire to make the arrest.
Okay, so you are under arrest on suspicion of assault causing grievous bodily harm, threats to kill, possession of a defensive weapon, possession of a firearm, and also a fray, okay?
Do you know how everything going good and look what's happened? Now getting arrested.
Let's get you in the van and get you away from it, shall we? We'll get on with it.
Although the suspect has been successfully arrested, Claudia and Claire have made a potentially serious mistake.
Did any of you write down anything that he said?
I didn't. No.
No, I suspected you didn't. Could that have been important?
Which bit, though?
Well, everything that he was saying about what happened. Potentially we've lost out on stuff that we could have questioned him on.
When you sat there and you think back and you think, actually, why didn't I do that? Or what was my reaction? Why did I react like that? When Tom's explained what we should have done, it becomes so much more obvious, and you think, yeah, that should have been my natural reaction, sort of thing. So it's not nice, but I do think it's the best way to learn. I personally learn so much better if I've made a mistake and I think I'll never do that again.
In the last couple of months of training on the streets, the rookies have attended a vast range of incidents. But in these final remaining weeks, their tutors are picking the most challenging jobs of all. Even so, there is one job that everyone dreads beyond all others.
Heading 761 to report somebody's pulled a body out of the water.
We're good. We'll take that. Yeah, go on, guys, we're going. Me down in the van.
And then the call comes in and Nigel's just like, right, we'll have that. And then you're kind of thinking, wait a minute, I don't know how I'm going to react when I see this.
Quickly.
To be honest, I was extremely scared would probably be the right word.
The concern's definitely how I would react if I would take that home at night with me, if it would change me as a person, seeing a dead body and then that staying with me, the images staying with me, and to an extent they have.
If and when we get confirmation there is a body, I think I would like an officer around there straight away. I want them to do it from us, not from anywhere else.
In the bag should be a scene log, guys.
It was strange because, to be honest, it didn't look like anything.
Golf Yankee 3250.
Go ahead.
Believe it is a person. Confirm. Over.
I think my worries of seeing a dead body is quite a natural thing to have. For me, it was probably one of the most troubling things about this job is that I would have to deal with that.
Right. So scene log commenced at
1825.
1825.
What do I need for scene log?
Just put what you see. Just accept that it might be not very nice.
I had to just keep myself occupied with the sense of that I just got out my pocket notebook and we started recording everybody who was there. It all happened so quickly, I didn't really have time to think about it. I don't know, it's quite daunting and confusing, to be honest. There's like a range of emotions.
I wasn't worried about Andy and Angus at the time. It's after the incident you've got to sort of really be careful. You okay? Okay?
When I spoke to my dad, he said to me, basically, it's not the person anymore. The soul's left the body. There's no resemblance of them there anymore, apart from the body that they once lived in. And I found that really helpful with dealing with it afterwards and future experiences.
I think Angus and Andy, they went to different places on that evening, and it was quite important that we did it in a way that it was managed. I phoned them at home to make sure they're okay. But that's part of the extended family, isn't it? They're part of me when I'm working with them. They get to know a lot about me. It's a funny job, really.
Send the police.
Oh, for God's sake, you two. Are we ringing, yeah?
Yep, it's ring. Oh, thank you. Oh,
Cheers.
yeah.
Very nice.
The rookies and tutors have now spent many long shifts together, much of them in the close confinement of their patrol cars.
The shutters on these traffic lights are if it was been knocked down at some point. So when you see it go green, you can't actually see the green very well during the day. At least in the day, everybody's still sat here going, can we go?
Do you like silence?
No. You not guessed that yet? It's called verbal diarrhea, Steve, I think.
Yeah, he does like to talk. And it can cause a problem as well. Sometimes, I mean, it sounds rude in the house, but we do actually tend to shut up sometimes. But he gets really enthusiastic about things, that's the thing. And he's a storyteller.
A lot of my colleagues will confirm that I can talk for England. I like to talk to people and I like to find out about people and see where they come from and what they do and, you know, make friends with people, really. And I wasn't able to do that in my last job, whereas this job gives me a lot more people time, really.
Sierra Lima 71 giving first aid to male outside. Suspect is inside still, not being very cooperative. November 12 calling ambulance. All additional units state 6. Sierra Lima 771, quite hostile persons here. Van please, and then us towards the van.
It's almost midnight on a Saturday. Ryan, fellow rookie Georgie, and their mentor Steve have been called to a potentially violent situation where an alleged assault has taken place.
When we get there, Ryan and Georgie, you're going to shoot in the address, find out what's going on, and then over to you. You're going to deal with the DP, all right?
Yep.
I'm going to remain outside unless you feel you need me, all right? Go, get out. Take your hats.
While the victim is being helped outside, Ryan has to assist the officers already on the scene, detaining the suspect.
Well, you've got a nasty head injury. Yeah, and an injury to your nose, which I'm worried about. They're both quite heavily bleeding.
Do me a favour. Show some respect. I'll walk him wherever you want me to walk. You don't need 5 people. No, we only got 5.
Ryan's been given the responsibility of taking the suspect to custody.
1, 2, 3, go.
Go, mate.
You're not mate, but there you go.
I sat in the cage with him, and he was a very strange character because he was actually very respectful to us.
Take a seat again because you'll fall over when we go in the corner.
And you're in the wrong job.
Pardon?
You're in the wrong job.
Why am I in the wrong job?
Because you've got compassion.
Because I've got compassion? Yes, yeah. A lot of police officers have compassion, mate. All right? We're just pulling up now, so two more minutes and then you can stretch your legs.
Okay.
All right?
So he's had to grow up really quickly. We've seen him go from a young boy, really, I suppose, to a man now, and he's a fully grown man, I would say now, in his outlook on life because of the experiences he's had. But yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Right, all right then, come down. Just take a step down, it's quite a drop. You got it?
I will come through. Okay. I don't want this man holding my arm.
Right.
Okay.
Will you come quietly if I'm holding you, yeah?
Yes, that's what I've requested.
The suspect was later released without charge, and the police are taking no further action. The rookies must learn to deal with suspects at close quarters. But the ability to carry out an interview effectively can be a tougher test. In Guildford, there's been a breakthrough in the hunt for a man wanted for an alleged violent assault. After a long search, the suspect has handed himself in to the police. Angus will assist Detective Constable Phil Potter with the interview.
So essentially what we're going to do, he'll come in, we'll arrest him,
The primary focus of this is to safeguard the victim further, and the best way is to use bail conditions to protect her, so that if in future he does try and go back there, it could be a separate offence. All right?
Smashing.
Fantastic.
Nige. See ya.
Angus will be questioning a suspect experienced in dealing with the police.
You're under arrest.
Yeah.
So anything you say, we've obviously got to take note of, and we don't want that, do we?
Are the officers here? They're dealing with it.
You're standing next to one of them.
Well, you're dealing with it. You're the interviewing officer.
One of them.
I'm one of the interviewing officers.
Cool.
6 months before that job, I think I was working at Clark's, so I was just sat in a chair doing, with a headset on, dealing with customers over the phone. So it's a complete stark change.
Good afternoon, Sarge.
Hiya, you all right? Hello.
Sarge.
Mr. Khan, is it?
Yeah.
The suspect is formally arrested, booked into custody, and his solicitor is called.
Before going into the interview, it's quite worrying in the sense of that he might kick off. So when I went down to interview, I was making sure that I was wearing my stab vest and all of my kit, just in case he does.
Do you have an officer here just to quickly chat with you?
Hello, you all right, Alan?
So what we'll do, we'll get it down to a solicitor now. He's all here. So should we pop out and now he's here. Yeah, he's all ready to go. Yeah, no worries. Tell me what you know about this allegation.
No comment.
What's your home address?
No comment.
Did she give you permission to grab her?
No comment.
Do you,
Just carry on.
do you know how she got those marks?
No comment. But just one thing to say, if I was to hit anyone, I'm quite a big lad here. The last person I hit him 3 times. They had broken nose, teeth out and a broken jaw. If you really think I ever laid a finger on her, she'd have been in a lot more state than that, which I never have. So I'm getting annoyed with all the questions. You keep asking me if I have or I haven't.
This interview is concluded at 18:22. Thank you very much.
With insufficient evidence to back up the allegations, the suspect was released without charge, and no further action is being taken.
I love his interview. For a young lad, he's got a good head on his shoulders. He'll do well. He can communicate. He's got banter. Gives me a run for my money, and he gives my colleagues a bit of a run for their money. We like that. Yeah, it's good. I was a bit, not worried from the start, but it's something we needed to bring out of him, and he's definitely done that.
Hi, love. Oh, lovely to see you, darling. You all right?
I'd probably say I'm different now to when I started. I'm probably more confident in speaking to people, so when I'm just out and about, buying something in the shopping centre, if you're doing anything like that, you just chat to people more. I think that is single-handedly down to Nige, with all honesty. Brilliant thing to be tutored with.
For the last 3 months, the rookies have been thrown into the deep end and forced to learn on the job.
Stay safe, stay there.
But they've always had an experienced officer by their side to lean on.
Okay, so I'm fit.
What you're doing, do you, love?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Now they're just days away from patrolling the streets on their own for the very first time.
A big fear of mine is for someone to think, oh my God, this girl knows nothing.
You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later on in court. I don't think anybody could ever feel ready to go independent. I certainly don't. But I haven't got a choice. I've got to do it.
This would be really creepy if someone popped up at this window.
I'm looking forward to going out on independent patrol, but whether I'm ready to go out on independent patrol is another thing.
Tonight, the rookies are on their final shifts with their mentors.
Sorry, please, what's your emergency?
Some bloke's got a girl pinned against the car and there's another bloke fighting with him.
So a male has a girl pinned against the car.
The guy had the girl pinned against the car. They're out there now fighting and shouting. I've been out and told them to clear off.
It's 10:45 on a Tuesday. In Reigate, Tristan is looking after Tyne and Anthony. A call has come in to investigate reports of an alleged assault on a woman.
You can never turn up to work below par because we don't know what we're going to be sent out to, because we don't know what we're really going to see throughout that shift. You've always got to be kind of on that amber alert. You've got to just about be ready to go if you have to.
Tyne and Anthony are expected to take control of the scene, but things don't remain calm for long.
Just in here, sir. So you said you weren't involved in that incident?
If I'm being honest with you, like, I've had about 4 or 5 hours of drinking on my birthday. I am really, really mullered.
I don't want to leave knowing if I don't think that you're all right.
I'm fine.
So if there's something that you want to tell me, you can just tell me. I don't have to discuss it with him or anyone else apart from my colleagues, but I need to know that you're okay.
I'm fine, promise.
Wait there.
With the suspect trying to leave the scene, the officers have to arrest him.
I'm placing you under arrest on suspicion of assault. You don't have to say anything that may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later will harm in court. Yeah!
Right, you fucking low-life scum.
Behave.
Shut up, you fucking mugs.
Right, further arrest, public order, please.
Yeah.
Right. Further arrested for public order and drunken disorder.
Don't.
All right. Further arrested for criminal damage. Let's take him to the floor gently. Watch his head.
I didn't hurt anybody. They hurt me. I don't hurt no one. They hurt me.
Turns out, it transpires that he had done nothing wrong. He said it right from the start. I've done nothing wrong. I said, I appreciate that I haven't said you've done anything wrong. Need you here. And had he just stayed there, he would have been getting home on his birthday. Unfortunately, he wanted to act up. And because of that, he found himself in a cell.
Due to his volatile behaviour, the rookies are unable to take the suspect through the normal custody process. Their only option is to place him straight into a cell.
I haven't done anything wrong! I haven't done anything wrong!
Until the man settles down, he remains the responsibility of the arresting officer, Anthony and Tyne.
Even though I know realistically he's not going to come through that door, I thought if he bursts through that door, I'm the one standing on the other side. He's punching the little spot hole, so now his knuckles are bleeding as well. Just have a little look at those. Can you just see it?
It's about time to kill myself!
Well, he's putting his thing around his neck. In we go. Who's got the keys? You've got a plan on the tap,
Right, be careful. Come on, Dick. I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill myself first because you made me. Just remember that. You made me kill myself.
I think it's changed how I look at the world. I do think the world is probably a darker place than I thought it was before. It's very shocking to see when someone is in such a state of rage. I mean, I've seen people like have fights in the street and stuff when I wasn't a police officer, and I've seen like stuff on TV, but because it's so close to you and you're so involved with it.
Do you think I wanted this on my birthday?
But what I do know is you want to calm it down nicely. For the next few hours you're here, then you get interviewed, and then it goes from there.
To be honest, I have had a few moments when I thought, can I carry on? If I didn't make it through my probation, that's not really even worth thinking about for me. I think it's too upsetting.
I never hurt anyone. I've never done
I think when the probationers leave us and they go independent, there is absolutely a fear on our part that they may be overconfident or they could be underconfident. We've got to hope that they stay in a healthy place in the middle of those two and just do as best they can.
The man later pleaded guilty to being drunk and disorderly and was fined and given a 12-month conditional discharge. No further action was taken in respect of the other offences. It's the early hours of a Saturday night in Guildford. Rookie Claudia is on patrol with her mentor Tom one last time before she goes solo. Policing these streets has given her a very different view of the county she grew up in.
Are you from Guildford?
Yeah, well,
I'm a police officer.
for me, leafy Surrey has always been very nice. I do think I'm quite posh. I try to take it off, but I kind of slip into it sometimes.
We've seen you walking up and down the street, shouting and swearing.
Yeah, that's what I'm about.
Yeah, but why?
If you want to get me arrested, get me arrested, because I don't give a fuck.
I'd rather not arrest you. I'd rather you just leave.
Well, I'm not going to leave. How about that?
I could never do her job because I'm complete weed. I mean, I'm not brave and I'm not strong, and no, I would never be able to be in the police, never in a million years.
I don't really want to nick you, no,
Well, nick
but...
me, please nick me. I need to be put in the police house for recovery. If I do not get be put in the police house for recovery, I'll end up breaking someone's jaw.
Why don't you just go home? Why can't you just go home?
Because I don't get my money.
The thing is, we can't just put you in police custody because you can't...
Why?
Because...
Let me go and assault someone, and then you can put me in police custody.
No, that's just stupid.
People might think that people are wasting police time, and yes, there is a sense of that, but at the end of the day, if someone's that desperate, there must be something going on in their lives that you might not be able to understand.
I've never known anyone want handcuffs on them
I
so
want
much.
handcuffs on me for my own safety. If I don't get my own safety, I'll take his head off, I take her head off. Well, not her head off, she's a lady.
I'm always so curious about what she's had to see, because I love hearing about it, but she doesn't always tell me.
You're under arrest.
Thank you. Mother's life, thank you.
For drunken and disorderly in
Thank
public
you.
place, right? You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention one
Mother's
question.
life, thank you for that.
But Lynn is quite determined to also get the information from Claudia.
Yes.
She will needle away behind the scenes at an inappropriate moment to see if she can get the right answer from her.
Put your hands out here.
Thanks for that.
It's true.
It's opened my eyes to the sadder side of people's lives. I've never, ever had to think to myself, where the hell am I going to sleep tonight? You know, even when I've been travelling and things like that, I've always managed to find myself a bed. I've always had money to get me to the next place, so I can't even imagine what it's like.
You all right?
I'll leave that one.
You all right?
He is actually fully asleep on you now.
Sit up now. Go down there. I know you're not feeling well, but we want to get you out from underneath the car, right? Right, lie on your side then. Lie there.
Suddenly, the situation has become serious, and Claudia has radioed for an ambulance. She's discovered the man has taken a drug called MCAT.
Can you hear me? Hiya. Hiya. He was sort of quite responsive and then suddenly went quite downhill quite quickly. He's been sick. He said he's taken MCAT.
Open your eyes.
It's very scary to think that someone's life could be in my hands. That responsibility is what scares me most about policing, actually. It's a massive weight on your shoulders.
Does one of us have to go in the ambulance with them?
I've definitely gone home a couple of times and thought, can I actually do this? Is this the job for me? But at the end of the day, I've worked hard to get here and I'm not sort of prepared to give up.
After being admitted to hospital, the man was de-arrested and no further action was taken. The day has finally come. 6 months of grueling training is over. The rookies will now be unleashed onto the streets of Surrey to police on their own. And their mentors have one last chance to impart words of wisdom.
When we first started, I said we're going to build a house. You've got the foundations at training school, and they wouldn't have released you until you had built the foundation. And what we did, we came out of the grounds and we've got the roof on, and we're there. You're going to now spend your career tighten the house up, make it look nice. You've had a few journeys that you've had to challenge, and I take my hat off to you. That post-mortem, I don't know if I could have done that at my stage when I first joined, but you took it on full on, and I respect you for that.
You're ready for this, boys, so good luck.
The rookies have completed 10 weeks of training with their mentors. Now each of them is about to go it alone on patrol.
I think going out on independent patrol for the first time is one of the most nerve-wracking things you can have. The moment you sit down in briefing and get your call sign for the first time, and you see your call sign, the area you're patrolling, and just your name. You don't see your name and someone else's. Your name isn't after someone else's, it is just there on your own. Nerve-wracking is the easiest way to put it.
I'm so scared to go out, but I think I just need to go out and do it. I think it's taking that leap to go out is a massive step.
I feel ready to go independent. I've been wanting to go independent for a while. I had to sit down with my sergeant. He said to me, you know, how are you feeling? I said to him, you know, I've been waiting my whole life to get out there and do it. And now I'm about to go out and do it, and I cannot wait.
Rookie Claudia is one of the first to go out on her own.
I'm a bit nervous for my first shift out on my own. I'm worried I might come across something that I've never seen before or don't really know how to deal with. When you've got someone with you, it's just natural to feel a little bit sort of stronger as a team, I say. So when you're on your own, it's just you and just you dealing with it. Bye.
She is utterly, utterly determined.
Claudia does never ever give up. No. So watch out, all you people out there.
Claudia is now based at Woking Police Station. Her shift begins at 3 p.m. and will finish in the early hours of the morning.
It's quite nice, actually. A bit of rain's over the wheel. Just got to be really conscious about obviously how your driving is. You don't really think about it when you're in your own car, but when you're driving a marked vehicle, you're a bit more conscious about what people might be thinking if you're driving.
If I was walking down the street in just normal clothing, I wouldn't think twice about anyone out there, what they're doing. However, as soon as you put on that uniform, you kind of get this work face, suspicious thing about you where you're looking around and trying to catch people out all of a sudden for things that they might be doing.
So just had a report of some kids driving cars badly and doing handbrake turns and donuts and things in an underground car park. So just going to check it out. A little bit nervous because it's a report of about 5 or so teenagers, so obviously outnumbered. Just wondering if anyone else has headed towards this on a grade 1 or not.
No other officers are available, so Claudia will have to handle this call alone.
Receive, thank you. That's helpful.
You do hear some horrible things on the news and the situations they get into. I know they get very good training and such like. It is a bit of a worry of what they might have to encompass when they're actually on duty.
Stop there. Hiya. Have you just been messing around in here a bit?
No, I've just been sitting talking.
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly.
There's been moped boys here.
Yeah, there's been moped boys.
We just...
I'll just come and see my girlfriend.
Okay. Do you want to just reverse into a parking bay over there?
With the radio that comes over, it can be completely different when you actually arrive. You could have in your head what you're going to do before you arrive, but then when you get there, it's something completely different, and suddenly you need loads of other officers with you, and you need some help.
What was the report for?
Just being a general idiot in your car.
Oh, I haven't.
Spinning around, handbrake turns, girlfriend sitting on lap, driving.
I just literally just pulled up to see him. Literally.
Well, the person who's informed us has managed to get your number plate, so obviously they've seen something happening, they haven't just lied. You've been in trouble before?
No. Oh, what, have I been locked up? Yeah.
Just in trouble with the police in general before?
Yeah.
It's a nice picture you got there, though.
Shut up, mate.
My friends and family would describe me as someone quite hot-headed. I've got a quick temper and I'm stubborn, so if I think something's wrong, I would say. However, now being in this job, I think you've got to be careful about how you react to people.
What were you in trouble for?
Giving us a silent print.
Be honest.
Can't remember it, like, attempted theft, growing. It should all come up on there anyway. What I've been locked up for.
The police records show the man has previously committed an unusual theft.
Recycling bins?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you nick some recycling bins?
No, boys throwed my shoes in there and I found them, they get my shoes out.
Right.
It shouldn't be much longer anyway now.
No, it won't be.
I need toilet.
Oh, I don't want you to piss yourself.
We don't know Claudia as a policewoman. We know her only as our daughter. And she will keep surprising us all the time in her how grown up she is.
Well, she's always been our little girl. She's always been known as Little
We
Claude.
only know her as Claudia, so I think we'd be amazed if we saw her at work.
I don't know if you will. Just give it a read. Understand what
Claudia issues a warning. If the man repeats the offence, he could face a fine and points on his driving licence.
Okay. See you later. I thought I've dealt quite well with that. I'm really glad. To be honest, I'm really pleased with myself. And I feel like I've done it on my own, and obviously I didn't ask anyone for advice. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased, and I hope Tom would be pleased with how I dealt with it as well. They're the smartest people on scooters I've ever seen.
Just 6 miles away in Guildford, Anthony is starting his first shift alone.
I'm loving being out on my own. But it's definitely an extra responsibility. Love, who's got right away?
Suddenly, a call comes through regarding a violent incident in a park. The attacker appears to have fled the scene.
Someone's been stabbed, allegedly stabbed in the torso. They've lost consciousness. About the world and his missus are all on their way, and I'm caught up by these red lights once again. I'm 20 minutes away.
As Anthony is about to arrive at the scene, he discovers that 2 other officers have already apprehended the alleged attacker.
This woman, I was clearly saw that. And then he was like, stab me. Holy shit. Why? Why would he tell me to stab you when I've got a knife in front of me? Why would he tell me that? So I've done it. Tell me to stab him, tell me to. Tell me to stab him, so I did. That's it, mate.
The incident is being treated as an attempted murder. The crime scene is in a park, half a mile away. Anthony has been asked to help cordon off the area as quickly as possible.
Sarge, what do you need me to do? Scene log?
What we do, so our scene here, this is where the alleged victim's been stabbed.
Yep.
You see the mud on the ground. So what we need to do is encompass the whole scene with this here and the part where witnesses have been. So if I can leave you to cordon off.
Yep. I've got a scene log in the car, so I can start up here.
Dog's going to be on scene, just make sure there's no evidence and potentially looking for a knife, so just let him do his work.
Oh, I feel protected.
Good stuff.
Right. A young man has been stabbed. So we're looking at attempted murder here. So at the moment I'm cordoning off the crime scene as he was stabbed just over there. We've got one in custody. He made a significant statement when I was there. He told me to stab him, so I did. I think the knife is still outstanding, so hopefully the dog can locate him.
It's a huge responsibility, you know. Yeah, one mistake could lead to a case falling apart.
As well as cordoning off the area, Anthony also needs to make a log of the scene.
We've arrived, victim's been laying down here. Visible injury to his sternum, one punch and knife wound. He's been picked up by ambulance, in and out of consciousness, taken to St George's, St Thomas's in London. That's where we're at. Suspect in custody, 2 witnesses to speak to.
While the crime scene officers are searching for evidence, Anthony has some vital evidence of his own to share with his sergeant and the lead detective on the case.
Significant statement. He told me to stab him, so I did. Where's that significant statement come from?
Him. He said it as he was in cuffs sitting on the floor.
Did you hear that?
I heard it, yeah. It's at 44.
Okay, are the other officers aware of that?
Yeah, they were sitting there with him, so...
Did you get that? He's made a significant statement about it, so...
Yeah,
What did he
when
say?
he was sitting on the floor, he said he told me to stab him, so I did. And he kept going on about why would he ask me to stab him? I'm going to get in trouble, he told me to do it and stuff like that.
I think Anthony's strength is people will underestimate him. They will look at Anthony and think that he is just a brute. He has a lot of good knowledge. I think he's going to go very far.
This is your crime scene, okay? Make sure that nobody comes in or out. It's your responsibility, okay?
Okay.
Any problems, just come and speak to us, and then we'll try and sort it out for you, okay?
You got it. Thank you.
It's now nearly 10 p.m. Anthony will have to guard the crime scene for another 3.5 hours until he's relieved.
I'm a probationer. This is what I'm expected to do. I've done my bit and now everyone's leaving me to fight the wolves by myself. With my dying torch. It's a lonely world and being a probationer sometimes, eh?
The charge was later downgraded to GBH with intent and possession of an offensive weapon. The attacker pleaded guilty in court and was remanded in custody for sentencing. Angus is one of Surrey's youngest recruits. Today, he's about to go solo for the first time on the streets of Guildford.
Worried about probably having to spontaneously bump into something and have to deal with that and think, oh, wait a minute, this is all by myself.
If he ends up saying, no, Mum, it's not for me, I'd say, OK, love,
Right.
you tried it.
You tried it. Let's move on, try something else.
Not long into Angus's first shift, and the driver behind is flashing him to pull over. The rookies are now expected to handle all manner of incidents, big or small.
Hello, you all right?
We've had a bike stolen.
Right, OK.
We know where it is, or we don't know where it is, but we know who's done it.
The man is claiming that his stepson's bike has been stolen from school by another pupil.
So then he's put it out on Instagram, where is it? You know, look at, to all his mates, where's my bike? And this kid has started saying things like, you're not going to see it again, it's going on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So And then all the other mates have said, well, I don't want to grass anyone up, but we think it's him.
If Angus doesn't intervene, the father is threatening to take action into his own hands.
Right, okay.
Because I'm going to go around there.
Yeah.
And I can lose my temper, little man syndrome, etc., but I'm going to try not to.
The act that you've got to try and put on is that you know everything, so that people then don't lose confidence in you. So it's quite a hard front to put on, and quite a bit of the time it is just trying to just wing it and make it seem like you do know what you're on about.
What we need to try and do is try and prove when we get there that this bike is going to be your bike.
Oh, we've got that. We've got everything. So a brand new bike, so I've got receipts, got the code from the bottom of the frame, everything.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name's Angus. Basically, do you know where the bike is? No. Right, do you mind if we can prove that the bike's not in the address? Brilliant, thank you very much.
Do you know anything about this bike at all? No. You know nothing about it?
Like, if somebody is taking it, all we're trying to do is just retrieve the bike here. So school CCTV will be able to prove that you weren't there at the time, you don't know where this is. Okay?
I'm not saying he's got it, right? £400 bike that he bought on Saturday. I want it back. I will do what I need to do to get it back, okay? That's where I'm at the moment. Bit angry.
Look, guys, look, let's not get angry about this. Look, let's take 2 seconds outside.
He's only 19, and but his maturity belays his age, really. He seems a much older. So
He does.
He's a great lad.
Later, after an anonymous tip-off to the boy's headmaster, the bicycle was returned. It had not been taken by the boy the father suspected.
Cheers. Enjoy your evening, guys. Cheers.
I'm more and more feeling like a police officer. There's a big sense of achievement and a big sense of I'm helping people in what I do. I think it's a very well-respected job, and I'm proud to be in it.
It's 4 p.m. on a Wednesday, and Angus's fellow rookie Loz is about to begin her first solo shift.
The main thing I'm feeling is just nerves right now, but I'm sure, say, in a week, 2 weeks, when I've been on my own for those shifts, I think I'll be fine.
As a boyfriend, I have my concerns for her, but then I have to take into account that she's had the best training she can have, and she's got the support there all the way through. She's a bright individual. I'm sure she'll be able to handle herself well.
Lorry out and then we're done.
Right, okay.
Reverse it out though. Thank you.
All right. I just don't want to come across to someone incompetent, that I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know where you want me. These guys, what the fuck? Thank you.
It's now 9:45 p.m. Loz has been called to a domestic incident that concerns a 16-year-old girl apparently fighting with her boyfriend.
So far, all we've got is there's a fight in progress. Children are linked to the address. So obviously, our main concern is their safety.
There's a male in the centre of the road, egging her for a fight.
Okay, well there you go.
Golf Delta 61.
It's pretty active still now.
All right, guys, what's going on?
Guys!
What's going on?
Excuse me.
Stop, darling, please.
Do you want to tell me what's happened?
When you get to a job, the first thing in my mind I'm thinking is, what has happened? What's gone on? Who's seen it? Who's been involved? And why are we here?
So what's happened today?
Nothing. A little row between my sister.
Loz discovers the row is not between the young girl and her boyfriend,
There's been no fight between him.
He was trying to calm me down.
but with her sister, who's at her mum's house.
Why are you arguing so much?
Because I can't stand her. Honestly, I can't
Okay.
stand her.
I'm like that with my sister. It's a good job I don't live with her, otherwise we probably would be the same.
While Loz tries to empathise with the girl, Her boyfriend is getting increasingly angry.
Where are you gonna go tonight?
I swear to you, and I promise you, and it ain't a threat, it's a promise, I'll burn the police station down to the ground. Is that a promise? Yeah?
The officers decide to drive him away from the scene, while Loz has to decide where the 16-year-old will sleep tonight.
Is there anywhere else you can go? Has he got any friends? Come on, don't really know what to do. How about I'll take you home and I'll speak to Mum. I'm not going to go in there all guns blazing. I just want to see if you're able to stay there. You're 16 years old.
I've already been round to see you, and your mum, I think, would be happy to have you back home.
Okay. Before doing any police work, I think I lived quite a sheltered life with regards to what actually happens out there. It's hard to kind of keep that mindset of thinking everybody's different. And what I try and think in my mind is, I don't know your background, I don't know your situation. And I try my best to treat everybody the same. All we are concerned about is just your safety.
Yeah.
That is the #1 issue.
Your mum said she's quite happy for you to go home.
If it's calm.
As soon as you leave, she'll start on me again.
Well, then, then you need to phone us.
I'm not
I
going to
don't
grass my
okay,
own mother
right,
up
I
anyway,
don't
am I?
understand.
Truthfully, willing with you to grass your mother up?
I don't talk to my mum.
Oh, sorry about that, but...
It's all right.
Loz is managing to calm the girl down, but her boyfriend is getting more confrontational as backup arrives.
I promise you faithfully I will kick off tonight. If I get locked up for 10 years, I don't
Do you want to
give two fucks
just
for none of
tell them if they come out, he's going
None
to
of
flip out? Oh, God.
I'm going to kick off if she can't be tonight, yeah? End of. Wait, no, don't touch me, yeah?
Because of your attitude. Oh, no, please, it's me. No, don't please.
The boyfriend is not being arrested, but due to his erratic behaviour, he's being taken back home for his own safety.
What?
You pushed me out the way.
I didn't push you out
You
the way.
did. I went over to talk to you.
He's done nothing.
All I need to do is explain to you what's happening, okay? He was saying he was going to kill himself tonight, and then he got taken. So that wasn't, to me, that wasn't calm. He said he was going to throw himself in the road.
That's not true. He's trying to kill himself.
But that, to me, is not calm.
Take me home. As soon as the morning comes, you can't do nothing about it, right? So take me home.
Hold on, hold on.
The girl eventually agrees to return home to her mum.
She's 16 years old. You can't just let the 16-year-old walk the streets. I do feel like a police officer now. I genuinely do. And when you spent so long wanting to be something and you finally get to it, it's a really good feeling.
It's 5:30 in the morning, and Tyne is getting ready for her first solo shift.
I hate starts this early. I think it should be illegal to have to get up that early for work. Knuckles! Stop it! Oh, I've done my hair really shit. This is why you shouldn't have to go to work this early. Not that I think anyone will care when I'm arresting them. How good my hair looks, but I care. See you later, love you.
When Tyne kind of rocked up on our doorstep, I thought she was going to be someone that would need a little bit of coaxing to come out of her shell and to really take control of a scenario. And I was incredibly wrong on that one. She has, superbly put everything into practice that she's learned at training school.
This is my first deployment. Let's hope it goes well.
Tyne has been called out to a reported theft. A disabled woman believes she's had money taken from a credit card by someone she asked to do some shopping for her.
Hello, is it all right if I pop in? Thank you very much. Could you give me a little talk through what happened?
Okay, from the start, because of my disabilities, I need help. I've got dogs.
The woman claims she gave her credit card to the suspect and that cash was withdrawn without her permission.
And it's on those dates, within those times, that the cash has been withdrawn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Try not to be too hard on yourself, because so many people do that.
Tyne is a superb officer. Her interpersonal skills are some of the best that I've seen. She can talk to the 15, 16-year-old lad giving her a jip on the street and be best mates with him. She can talk to the elderly chap that's just been a victim of burglary. She will be that one officer that everyone wants to work with and that everyone knows they can learn from.
We'll be in contact with you soon, all right?
Okay.
Take care of yourself. See you later.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. I really hate it. I just think, how could anyone do that? Like, I know that people do things in their life that they regret, and people might have stolen when they were younger or things like that. But I just think not from someone like that. It's just like sort of like the lowest, isn't it? When someone can't even leave their house. I mean, allegedly he's committed the offence. I can't say 100% that he's done it, but anyone who would steal off someone who can't even leave their house is pretty low to me, so it's just a bit sad.
So far, no charges have been brought. The investigation continues. All the rookie officers have now completed their first solo shifts.
I'm going to come on in.
Huh?
I'm coming in a minute. Here we go. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get these on then, shall we?
To mark this milestone in their careers, the new officers and their families are getting ready for a graduation ceremony.
Angus will always be my little boy. He's the youngest of 3, and I always mother my children, probably over-mother my children, to be fair. Oh yeah, let's go and get your hat.
No, just not get that hat.
Oh no, perhaps you might mess your hair up.
Yeah.
I really have sort of changed my impression of him almost in the last sort of 6 months, to be quite honest, because he's only 20, and to see, you know, sort of dead bodies and to deal with all the really nasty sides of policing, I think is quite traumatic, and, you know, I sort of really have a massive admiration for him.
Start at 5:30.
Angus's fellow rookie Andy is about to have an unexpected family reunion to celebrate his graduation. He hasn't seen his father, who has flown in from Australia, for over 3 years.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the look on his face. He literally has no idea. So I'm expecting his chin to be on the floor. Didn't expect that, did you? How you doing? How you doing?
Sorry, Andy.
No apologies. Well, it's totally stitched.
Come on, I'm speechless. I don't know what's happening. I'm really confused. I'm genuinely confused.
It was your mum suggested it. Yeah.
Right.
The independent patrol ceremony is held at Guildford Cathedral. The occasion is almost as important for the families as it is for the rookies.
PC Ryan Soper.
We warned him not to fall over, but unfortunately, and he didn't fall over, but you did drop something, didn't you?
And then
unfortunately.
almost tackled the chief
Yeah,
constable.
and then he fell over. But apart from that, it was all fine, wasn't it?
Leave him a mark.
There's always one. Today it was you. PC Tyne Day. PC Angus Taylor.
To see him in his regalia, it's good, but I know what's beneath it. What's beneath it is a lovely, lovely lad, and that's what matters to me. And I know he's struggled with some of it. To see him grown up and become a man and become a responsible member of the community, I am so proud of him. It's one of the happiest days of my life.
Oh, super proud, yeah. One of the proudest days of my life. It's just been a brilliant afternoon.
I was so nervous. I don't know, just everyone looking at you and stuff. It's a bit scary, but no, it was really good.
Very, very proud. Man of many words.
This trophy is awarded to the student who has demonstrated significant personal and professional progress across all phases of their training.
She's been through a lot over the past sort of months, and hearing lots of it from when I've been working and seeing it finally with the award ceremony, especially for her to win the award as well, was a really good experience, so I'm very proud of her.
You know, Steve's job obviously takes us away from each other, but we both supported each other and got through it. When I was going through my training, I did find it quite difficult, just, you know, slogging away and believing in myself. It's really nice to be recognised for that award and to pick up that award and say, you know what, you did struggle, but you've actually done all right. So, yeah, I do. I feel like a police officer.
Police emergency. Is he breathing? No, he is.
The rookies are no longer student officers. They will now have to take full responsibility for the decisions they make as they begin the rest of their lives as police officers.
The fact that I'll actually go out and do this job, hopefully for the next, 35, 40 years, or whatever it is. The prospect that this is my job now, I feel quite accomplished in it.
I just want to be known as like a good officer. Like I want to be one of those officers that I know now, and I think, oh, I love working with them, or they're really good, like they know loads about this and all that, and so it was really, really important to me, the job.
In 20 years' time, I'd probably like to do tutoring just because I've looked up to Nige quite a lot in the way that he deals with people, and it genuinely does make a big impact on how comfortable people feel when they come out of training school. So I feel like that's a lot of giving back that I'd like to do.
I feel quite proud of what they've achieved in a short space of time. And that's kind of mixed with perhaps a little bit of sadness. You know, when you get quite close to people and then they move on, there's always going to be an element of sadness. But then they're replaced nice and quickly, so.